and that just denied him a lot of lifesteal, and was able to save both of his units using the troll chant in hand. And now we are going on to the second match with Belcoot on his scouts and Kannan sticking to his Aphelios Lee Sin deck. And who you got here in this round, Moon Boy?
Yeah, so I think over here, if Kannan could maintain his control over the scout stack, like as you see over here in Belcoot's hand, there's not too much of an options that Belcoot have. 2 MF, 2 Lauren Prodigy. He has a little bit of bot control, but not too much of aggression coming in from Belcoot. But Kannan, with the Aphelios in his hand, ready to fire off this turn, Kannan could control a little bit more, could control Belcoot just a little bit more, but he is in need to find himself the Lee Sin to close off the game, or else he's gonna be a little bit of a trouble.
Yeah, and misfortune now coming down from Belcoot, right? And fortunately, we have an on-curve Aphelios picking up the Calibrum, but no fear here as Misfortune tries to get in for damage, and he can't necessarily block with Aphelios here. Even with the Pale Cascade, Aphelios is going to go down to the to Misfortune's attack trigger, and he has a choice here to make if he wants to go for a block with the Dust Petal Bringer, using the Pale Cascade to survive the initial 1 damage coming in from the attack trigger, and try to get in for the damage onto the MF and cleaning it up completely. But he goes for a safer play and goes for the Aphelios block onto the Misfortune, thinking that maybe his Calibrum is enough for value from the Aphelios moving forward, and we now see another Dust Spellbringer coming down, and he has a nice open attack here with 4 damage, turning the matchup on its head. He's becoming the aggro player now, but another Misfortune now coming down from Belcoot, and with the hand of Kannan here looking like a little creature light, what do you think of the future turns coming in here for Belcoot?
Well, Belcoot is in a commanding lead right here. Look at Kannan's hand right now. Kannan's hand is all about spells. He has no way that he could remove any units from Belcoot's side of the field. And the Queen coming in from Belcoot is just applying more and more pressure. That being said, he could even remove the Dust Petal immediately with the aid of the Veiler as well. That being said, the most right card that we are seeing in Belcoot's hand is a Stony Suppressor. This is one of the cards. Its effect is going to be adding 1 additional mana cost for any spells coming in from his opponent as well. So that is going to pressure Kannan so hard, and it's going to remove any form of control or removal from Kannan, as every single card is going to cost 1 more extra, and it's going to be so painful for Kannan.
Yeah, man. Stony Suppressor, especially in this matchup, along with the matchup from TSViz, it's such an MVP, just putting 1 mana more on all of your spells, and Dust Petal being 2 mana, that's not really what you want. And of course something like Bastion and Deny going up to 5 mana, and it's just not going to be as profitable for you as it would have been without Stony Suppressor on the field. Now we see an attack by the Queen, but it gets cleaned up by a Pale Cascade onto the Mountain Goat, and Kannan here drawing a little bit well with creatures coming into hand now. We previously had a hand with like all spells onto it, but drawing back-to-back Mountain Goat, he has a chance here to try and stave off the aggression coming from the scouts.
Yep, so Kannan is being faced with so much pressure. He has pressure coming in from the MF, he has pressure coming in from the Queen. He's also having another form of pressure coming in from the Stony Suppressor as well. So immediately going for the repros, protecting that Misfortune. Kannan not having a Hush, even though he has a Hush, it's gonna be 4 mana because of that Stony Suppressor. It seems like Kannan is really running low on options. He has no Lee Sin, he has no Aphelios. All he sees in his hand are just a bunch of red cards that are being taxed so hard by the Stony Suppressor that it seems like Kannan's back is really against the wall, and he's in so much need of help right now.
Yo man, 3 mana Guiding Touch? Not as good as 2 mana Guiding Touch. And man, 2 mana Gems? That's not so good. And now we see the Genevieve coming down from Belcoot, and it's just putting so much pressure. It's the misfortune here already levels up with the double scout attack. We're going to see some incredible animation going to the misfortune, and 3 damage, 3 times going into Nexus, killing off that dust petal, and it's going to be a lot of damage going into Kannan, and we see a no more creatures on the side of Kannan. Unfortunately, the Lee Sin comes in a bit too late, but he is going to try and make things work with. He has gems here to try and pull the misfortune off of the field, and now he has a choice here to make, because if he does a gem spell, he actually doesn't have enough mana for a deny because it's being taxed by the stony suppressor. He goes for a gem spell here, and it's going to be, I'm going to be curious what he is going to pull on the side of Belcoot. He goes for double gem, and I think he is trying to get rid of the misfortune on the side of Belcoot. But is that going to be enough? There is double relentless pursuit, and it's looking grim here for Kannan.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what Kannan pull as of this point in time, right? Belcoot has that relentless pursuit. He even has that sharp side if he ever chooses to, ever wishes to take off the lead the next combat as well with the Genevieve. And I think as of right now, Kannan is in so much problem. He has no way to defend himself against a relentless pursuit. He has no way to heal himself back up. 2 more additional health with the guiding touch, and immediately the relentless pursuit coming in from Belcoot. This might be the end of Kannan, and the Lauren Protege over here to clean it up as well. I think Belcoot right here has lethal. Kannan scooping up this game, and dude, this is a huge fast game, ladies and gentlemen. Belcoot taking it.